Good morning, Year 5 and 6. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Today's date is Monday the 11th of May, and our aim for today's session is to be able to explain how living things are classified using the Linnaean system. To be successful today, we'll need to identify the 7 different levels of the Linnaean system and explain how they are used to classify living things. First, a recap on what we've learned so far. We discussed that a standard system of classification is useful because it allows scientists to accurately identify, group, and properly name animals. Without a standard system, living things can be classified and named differently by different scientists. We also looked at Carl Linnaeus, who was a Swedish scientist who believed it was very important to have a standard system of classification to help scientists group organisms according to their characteristics, similarities, and differences. The Linnaean system. Linnaeus' original system of classification classified everything in nature into a hierarchy of how powerful or important each living thing was. He proposed that there were 3 large groups called kingdoms into which the whole of nature could fit. These kingdoms were plants, animals, and minerals. He then split each kingdom into smaller and smaller groups or levels. Today, the Linnaean system is only used to classify living things. Linnaeus' system has 7 levels: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. These levels start out broadly. That means the top levels have the most animals, and they get narrower and narrower as you go down. So by the time you get to species, there is only 1 animal in the group. You can imagine these levels as an upside down triangle like the one shown on this slide. Your task today will be to draw the Linnaean system as shown on this slide and explain how each of the 7 levels are used to help classify living things. Here are our 7 different levels to the Linnaean system again: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. For example, for kingdom, you could say, generally, scientists agree that there are 6 kingdoms. The animal kingdom is called kingdom Animalia. Use the internet to help you with this task. Below, I have provided a helpful website that you can use to help you explain each of the 7 levels. Here is the link to the website that you can type in. Alternatively, if you go to Google and type in Mensa for kids, followed by the words classifying animals, this should also take you to this page. Now it's time to pause the video and have a go at this task. Once you're finished, or if you're struggling at all, click play again on this video to see how I have explained each of the 7 levels. Here are my explanations for each of the 7 different levels. So we have already looked at kingdom. Generally, scientists agree there are 6 kingdoms. The animal kingdom is called kingdom Animalia. Next, we have phylum. The 6 kingdoms are then split into phyla. The phylum Chordata includes all vertebrates, animals with backbones. Next, we have class. Each phyla is divided into classes. The Chordata phylum includes amphibians, birds, mammals, reptiles, and fish. Next, we have order. Animals are split into further groups based on their physical characteristics. Next, family. For example, cod, pollock, and whiting, which are all types of fish, share similar features: 3 dorsal fins. Genus. The genus includes species that are very closely related and share unique body structures. Finally, species. Species is the final step and pinpoints the exact creature. Well done if you're able to find similar explanations to these. If you have missed or would like to add anything to the Linnaean system you have drawn from this slide, you can pause the video to do this now and then click play once you're finished. Here is an example of how the Linnaean system works. At the top here, we can see that all of these living things, including humans, belong to the Animalia kingdom. Next, we split the kingdoms into phyla. The phylum Chordata includes all animals with a backbone. Therefore, we lose a ladybird from this group, as ladybirds are invertebrates. Next, we divide each phyla into classes. This could include birds, reptiles, mammals, amphibians, or fish. This example shows the animals that are just mammals. Therefore, we lose a clownfish from the group. Next, we look at order. In this case, we are looking at the animal's diet. These living things are all carnivores who specialize in eating flesh. We therefore lose rabbits and humans from this group, as rabbits are herbivores and humans are omnivores due to their capability to get energy and nutrients from plants and animal materials. Next, we come to family and genus. This is where living things share similar features. Finally, we come to species. This is where we are able to define or pinpoint the exact species from looking at further differences. Your reflection for today. The levels of the classification system can be tricky to remember. For your reflection today, I'd like you to invent a mnemonic to help you. Here are the 7 different levels. An example of a mnemonic could be: keep precious creatures organized for grumpy scientists. Mnemonics are a system such as a pattern of letters to help you remember something, in this case, the 7 different levels of the classification system. Can you come up with your own mnemonic to help you remember this? That's it for today, Year 5 and 6. Bye for now.